Welcome. That was a welcome. That was a welcome and a half, I must say.
It was. Some screaming feedback.
Oh my good lord.
So, welcome to Guitar Paradiso. This is
Pete.
And I am Paul.
Hi.
And today we have a couple of really exciting pedals.
Yeah.
So some Friedman pedals.
Yeah.
So Friedman,
you know, we were just talking about it earlier. We were like, does it need an introduction? Because do we? Because everybody can't. Most people know what Friedman are. They kind of.
Yeah, they've really kind of come from almost nowhere in the last few years. So I started to see them in more and more guitar players. I started to see more and more sort of really great players using them. Steve Stevens, Jerry Cantrell. Very much based on that kind of old Marshall thing. You used to see like that was the first thing that caught my attention. Was the great looking amplifiers. Very much based on that kind of British. Classic British tradition.
And Dave Friedman's been around for a while. You know, he used to do amplifiers for Eddie Van Halen and loads of stuff like that. So he's got a reputation in the last 25 years of
absolutely modifications
and repairing
all those guys.
And thought, you know, I can do that myself. You know, and came up with the Dirty Shirley as we have here, and the BE.
We've had some great names today. Everything's got a great name.
Yeah, we have had some great names today. We've got some great shirts. We have some great names, great guitars, great company. This is the last video of the day, and we're just gonna knock it out of the park.
Yeah. So Pete, we have a Dirty Shirley amplifier.
Dirty.
That is a great title. Yeah. The BE. So what does BE stand for?
Brown Eye.
Indeed.
Again, great names.
All great.
Absolutely.
Everything today has had a great name.
It has.
Okay, so it's a great looking pedal. It looks a little bit like the amplifiers. And again, we go back to that sort of Marshall heritage, the modified amplifiers as well. So this really is the gain stage of the preamp side from one of the Brown Eye.
This is the flagship, isn't it? That's the flagship amplifier.
And it was the first amplifier that I started to really pay attention to in stores. In stores as well, because obviously they're incredible, great looking amplifiers, sound great.
We have a video on that as well in the playlist. If you go back and watch, I think Mig and I did a video on a couple of Friedman amps, the Box and Betty and the BE.
The Box and Betty.
Yeah, Box and Betty, which I really liked as well. Okay. Absolutely fantastic. Anyway,
try the pink taco.
The pink taco as well. Hello. Reminds me, I'm getting a bit hungry here. So
nice and straightforward.
Yeah.
Volume, gain, bass, treble, presence, an on-off switch, and a tight switch.
And a tight switch. Exactly.
So it's nice and straightforward. And hopefully it's going to turn one of these. Turn these amplifiers into a Brown Eye.
So what you did say is we got Dirty Shirley behind us. We also got a Hot Rod Deluxe over here. And let's start with that. So we also got the Sir Compressor with this Compre.
Yeah.
Sir Compre.
Again, we aren't the guys to be talking about pronunciation.
Exactly. So let's start with that one. Let's see what it sounds like into Dirty Shirley. And with the Strat, let's see what that sounds like. Let's have a tone out.
Okay. So that's the amp by
itself. Just a nice.
Sounds nice by itself.
Yeah. And now set everything on 12. I'll take the volume down because I'm not sure what's going to happen when I click this in. and that's just everything on 12.
Yeah.
Let's just quickly.
Nice.
I want to quickly try with this Reverend. Straight into Dirty Shirley. Yay! That's just great,
works,
absolutely. So yeah, that just works absolutely. Okay, quickly back to you into the Fender. See what that sounds. Just that lovely clean tone that we know from a Fender amp.
Yeah, let's kill that. Let's
let's kill it. Wow, man.
Nice.
You know, it's on putting something on top of a clean amp. It's always, I feel some drive pedals. It's difficult for it to get to that sort of massive sort of drive, but still stay clean and clear, and you know they are true bypass as well. It takes 9 to 18 volts. What have we plugged it in at the moment? 18. So it's plugged into 18 at the moment. So which I expect gives it more headroom, but we'll leave it into 18, so you can do 9 or 18 as well.
Yeah.
Let's fiddle. So if you play. That's still into the Fender, and then here's the clean signal. I'm just that blows me away, man. That's amazing. I don't know what's in it.
It doesn't sound like a Fender anymore.
It doesn't sound like a Fender anymore, and that's I guess is the point of that pedal. If you because the head, to be fair, is quite an expensive thing to acquire. So if you are if you're not so way inclined, then you've got I think they're about $3,000 or something to spend on one of those.
They're very expensive, yeah.
This is a good way to try to get that tone, isn't it?
I actually don't know the price on these. I can imagine it's not too cheap either.
Links will be below, but I don't think it's going to be that much.
It's not going to be $3,000.
No, definitely not.
Surely.
That tone into the other amp. Let's just try to see what happens. That was just the Fender in the end.
There's some serious bass.
There's some serious bass going on, isn't there?
So have we had it on full yet on the gain setting?
Yes, I did go on full on the gain set as well. We can just do that really quick. So so here's the. I'll take the bass down a bit. So here's this. That's in the Fender.
Wow. That sounds killer.
It just makes me laugh because it not in a great way. It's like, wow, laugh. You know what I mean? That laugh. You're like, what is this amazing? Okay, well,
great.
Definitely come and try that out for yourself. Plug it into anything, and it sounds amaze balls. Let's move on to the compressor, shall we?
Yeah, cool.
So it's a compressor. As it says on the side, there's an optical compressor pedal with a treble, a gain, and a volume, and a compressor, and a tight knobs here. So 4 knobs, and it's made all of these. Both of these are made in America. Premium components.
Yep.
True bypass. True bypass. Yep. Lovely, lovely. And clean signal in the Fender, with the Fender, and the Fender, and the Fender. It's like this.
Yep.
So that was a classic mistake of leaving everything on 12. Always turn the volume down a tiny little bit because it pierces your eyes out.
My eyes are bleeding.
Exactly. So it's got 18 volts as well. And what should we do with that? Try to keep playing, and I'll twiddle the knobbies.
Yeah, let's do it. It's nice and straightforward.
It's just forward. Yeah.
This is gonna sound nice.
Absolutely, there's nothing to say. It's just a great thing. It's a different. It does a different thing than a sort of standard compressor. It's got the little gain up here, which seems to boost a little bit of gain, and it gives
absolutely. It's definitely making it more crunchy. And it's like compressors. Like a really good compressor, like we were saying earlier, really kind of can make an amp come to life.
Exactly.
And these ones are.
Yeah.
Just a normal compressor can really kind of kill things sometimes as well, and kind of take all those dynamics out of your playing and stuff.
Yeah.
But sometimes you can get one that can really kind of make those things pop out and bring a new life to the way you play. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and this one's doing that.
It does that exactly. Let's try this one here on the Fender. You hear the compression there more. Whoa! That's the speaker that goes, hello, I don't like that.
Yeah, that's really fattening the sound up. That's that sounds massive. That sounds like you're really cranking some tubes.
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
And before we go, because I think that's all there is to say about these pedals, isn't it?
So yeah.
We plugged them in, we talked about them a little bit, we had 2 amps, we tried 2 guitars, one with humbuckers and one with single coils. And now, before we go, we say goodbye first.
Okay, I have no idea what's coming next.
No, this is what's going to happen. This was Guitar Paradiso on Andertons TV. This was the Friedman BEOD and the Sir Compre.
Yeah.
Compre?
Yeah.
I'm not completely sure how that. And my name was Pete.
And I'm Paul.
And we'll see you next time. And now I'm going to turn both of these on, both the pedals and both of the amps. How does that sound?
Who's going to play?
You are. See you next time. Cheerio.